So hi everybody and welcome to our self-coaching tip today. Today's self-coaching tip is all about authentic leadership and how to protect ourselves from difficult or challenging environments without armoring up, the whole historic sort of closing off and sort of imposing leadership style that we know frankly doesn't work. People don't want to follow those leaders. You don't have the same influence when you're like that. And in addition to that, A, not fun, B, a ton of work, and C, it really blocks out your receptivity and your creativity even within yourself. So because we reject that form of leadership and we need an alternative, today's episode was actually inspired by the evolution that I've seen personally in my lifetime on winter clothing. So our old winter coats used to be super heavy and not very breathable, and there's been incredible evolution in this technology. And as I personally pulled out my black 3/4 length sort of strong, wind resistant and super warm coat to make sure I was ready for winter, I started thinking about what are the authentic leadership layers that we can put on as we prepare to face sort of challenging environments due to the complexity of our industries or a challenging team that's been through a lot or a difficult client situation. And so first and foremost, think of a situation or a client or a change you're needing to do where you really initially feel that vulnerability that makes you want protection. So I'll let you think about that for a second. And for me, I just want you to notice what you feel. So for me, what I feel is I feel my chest sort of tighten. I feel my shoulders sort of tighten, and I actually feel this almost physical instinct to kind of almost curl into kind of a fetal position, okay? And it's not a comfortable feeling, it's a crappy feeling. And I only want you to know what it feels like because it's your trigger. It's your trigger where if you don't do anything, you'll probably end up sort of like pushing your shoulders back and pushing through and sort of robotically imposing that sort of armored approach because you don't have any choice, because you know that you have to do what you have to do. The alternative to that is to actually, dress for it in what I refer to as some breathable layers. And I'm going to go through 5 of them. And you don't have to use all 5, but I think that all five of them really protect you well and really help you be sort of the authentic leader that I think we all want to be. So the first layer is commitment. So one of the things that we feel when we have that reaction, it's kind of our check. It's kind of like are you really committed to do this? And that's a really important question to answer because people will only follow if they feel your commitment. So you got to kind of get straight with yourself. I'm doing this or I'm not doing this. And the way to get yourself straight with that is really to decide you're going to put the energy towards it. That's the other piece too. If you go into an armored position, you're going to use that energy anyway, right? Are you willing to take that sort of instinctual protection energy and kind of turn it into positive energy and approach your commitment with positive energy? So that's layer number 1. Layer number 2 is sense of purpose. This is really important. So what positive motivation is behind this? And what's the purpose that's going to drive your agenda? And if you're clear on your purpose, then it really starts to the fear starts to subside. The third is around empathy. So this is, again, like, how are people going to perceive these changes? This is really like getting straight on who are the people that are going to really have the hardest time with this. What is the context of their situation? And really gut checking your fairness. Are we being fair with these people? Does our plan account for kind of what they've been through or what kind of change is required? And if your plan isn't fair and you don't feel like sort of straight with yourself, then maybe you need to adjust it. But empathy is a really, really, really important layer to check in with. The fourth is what I will call magnetic vision. So everybody sort of understands the importance of vision, but for me, there's a difference between a vision, like there's something nice over there, and a magnetic vision. The magnetic visions are things that actually pull you, that you're so excited about the other side of all those hurdles that it actually pulls you to it. It's like the difference between push marketing and pull marketing. If you are straight around like the vision in your head of what's going to be so much better, and you can communicate that and you can feel that intensely and you can feel the energy of that pull, that is an amazing insulator. So the fifth, which is a really nice additional insulation layer, is we'll call self-reliance. And self-reliance can take a couple of different forms. At its base, it's really an underlying belief that no matter what happens, you're going to be okay. I mean, you're not reliant on this for your own self-worth. You've got insulation around this particular activity. And it's not that you don't want to succeed, and it's not that there aren't amazing and important incentives to you succeeding. It's just that it's not the end of the world if it doesn't succeed. That's one version of it, and that works sometimes, but sometimes that doesn't work because the consequences or the desire to succeed is so strong. And in that case, there's another version of it that I will refer to as the journey is worth it. So the other version of self-reliance is when really you just have a mindset that says, even if I fail, this journey is so valuable to me, the lessons are so valuable to me that they will be so informative for me that it's worth it no matter what. That's another kind of softer form of self-reliance, but equally powerful. So those are the 5 layers of insulation, and I hope that this tip was helpful for you, and I hope that as you prepare for the challenge that you're facing, you're able to sort of dress appropriately so that you have the appropriate protection, but maintain your breathability. If you like this tip, please share it. And if you would like to subscribe to my newsletter, please do. And thank you for watching, and have a great day.